Hi students, and today we are going to discuss uh, physical chemistry, which is very important for competitives and for PUC concern also. Before going into that, we have to learn some basics about electrochemistry. So which are very important. Those basics if you know, then moving along with electrochemistry is very easy. If you are not having basics, electrochemistry little bit difficult. So today I am explaining which are most useful basics in electrochemistry. Few basics which are very essential. So it depend on this chapter total: oxidation, reduction, electrolysis, anode, cathode, anode reduction, that is generally near anode we are getting uh, some chemical reaction, near cathode some chemical reactions takes place, and here very important is n factor in this chapter, n factor. So I am going to explain about oxidation, reduction, electrolysis, n factor, and how the chemical changes takes place due to electricity. Let me start. Oxidation. And here reduction. These are the terms which are very important in electrochemistry: oxidation and reduction. You learn already few things about oxidation and reduction. I am moving along with addition of oxygen is called oxidation. And you go for, here I am taking a aluminum plus oxygen giving rise to aluminum oxide. No need here balance, leave it. Clear? Just I am explaining. So here metal added to oxygen means oxygen is added to metal. It got oxide. So addition of oxygen is called oxidation. Reverse you take. Removal of oxygen is called reduction. We have to remove. You go for now same Al2O3 giving rise to Al2O3 giving rise to, in the presence of carbon, means you have to add carbon, and carbon converted into carbon dioxide, aluminum oxide converted to aluminum. See here, aluminum lost oxygen, carbon gain oxygen. Clear? So with respect to of aluminum it is reduction. This we learned already. Addition of oxygen, oxidation. Removal of oxygen is called reduction. Go for another example. Removal of hydrogen, also called as oxidation. We have to remove hydrogen. Here I am giving example: methane in the presence of oxygen, combustion reaction gives carbon dioxide and water. Here we removed hydrogen from methane. That's why removal of hydrogen is called oxidation. And you take here reverse. Addition of hydrogen is called reduction. And the best example you go for CH2, double bond CH2 in the presence of nickel palladium hydrogen, hydrogenation. You will get alkanes. We learn in organic chemistry. Here we hydrogen added. So this is we are calling reduction. This we know already. Addition of oxygen, removal of hydrogen, oxidation, removal of oxygen, addition of hydrogen is called reduction. And here in electrochemistry, we need modern definition for oxidation and reduction. What are the modern definition means? Loss of electrons. Loss of electrons is called oxidation. This is very important and modern definition. Loss of electrons. You take sodium is a metal. You know metals are easy to donate electrons. So Na plus and one electron is going to be released. And this is very important. And you go for here reverse. Gain of electron. Gain of electron. If electrons are gained, reduction. Electrons are lost, oxidation. Here you go. Example, half Cl2 giving rise to. That is by taking one electron and you are getting Cl minus. Cl minus. This is modern definition. And another modern definition we have, that is increase in oxidation number. Increase in oxidation number. Clear? Increase in oxidation number. If oxidation number increased, that is we are calling oxidation. You go for Fe2 plus converted to Fe3 plus, plus 2 plus 3. So if oxidation number is increased, that is we are calling oxidation. And here decrease in oxidation number. Decrease in oxidation number. If oxidation number decreased, then we are calling to, for example, Fe3 plus converted to Fe2 plus. So these are the definitions we have for oxidation and reduction. Clear? So just you have to remember addition of oxygen, removal of oxygen, removing of hydrogen, addition of hydrogen, loss of electron, gain of electron, increase in the oxidation number, decrease in the oxidation number. And this is very important in this electrochemistry. You have to remember these all. Clear? Next, another important thing we have to remember in this chapter, N factor. This we learn in basics of chemistry in first PUC. For example, different compounds having different N factor. Acids, one N factor. Bases, one N factor. For example, H2SO4. N factor is number of replaceable H plus. Here replaceable H plus is 2H plus. That's why N factor is 2. Like that we learned already. And for bases, you learn that number of replaceable OH minus. Here we can remove one OH minus. That's why N factor is 1. For salts also like that only. We learn already. But here elementary molecules we have to take. Elementary atoms. For elementary atoms. For elementary atoms, how to address N factor? This is very important in electrochemistry. Where we are learning means in electrolytic cells. In electrolytic cells, this N factor is very important to solve the numericals also. Some I am explaining here. For example, H2 is there. What is the N factor? Acids means number of replaceable H plus. Bases means number of replaceable OH minus. Salts means number of electrons lost. Now elementary gas, this is elementary gas. Hydrogen is elementary gas. What is the N factor of this hydrogen? Simple trick. One hydrogen plus or minus, you know very well. It has the 1 unit negative charge, 1 unit positive charge. This is the charge. You remember 2 hydrogens are there now. So N factor is 2. N factor is 2. So in combining state, how much charge it exhibit, that is the N factor. Here 2 hydrogens are there now. N factor is 2. Same you go for chlorine. Chlorine in combined state, it will exhibit Cl minus. We have 2 Cl, that's why here N factor for chlorine is 2. N factor for chlorine is 2. And you go for now oxygen, O2. Generally oxygen exhibit O2 minus. O2 minus. 2 oxygens are there now. N factor is 4. Generally students doing mistake. Oxygen 2 minus, that's why they are taking 2. Minus plus we should not take. 2 oxygens are there. Each one 2, 4. And that is N factor. And I am going to give another example here. That is sodium given. Sodium N factor, it exhibit as Na plus. N factor is 1. You go for now aluminum. Aluminum exhibit as Al3 plus. And N factor is 3. And like that. So how much charge it exhibit in combined form, that is the N factor. Generally you go for iron. Iron plus 3 is there, plus 2 is there. General exhibition, that is plus 2. Similarly general plus 3 also is there, in general plus 2. You go for copper. Copper plus 1 plus 2 both are there, but generally it will exhibit plus 2. So N factor for copper is generally 2. For iron is generally 2. For iron is 2. Clear? Like this, how much charge it will exhibit in combined state, that charge only, that's N factor. That charge only, that N factor. So this is very important to remember how to calculate N factor. And you go for magnesium. Magnesium N factor. Magnesium in general exhibit plus 2 and N factor is 2. N factor is 2. So magnesium 2, iron 2, copper 2, sodium 1, aluminum 3. So in combined state, how much it exhibit the charge? Generally that only N factor. That is only N factor. Clear? So for example, cyanide they asked, Cn. Clear? And cyanide generally exhibit as Cn minus. So N factor is 1. And somewhere given N factor CH3COOH. So it will generally CH3COO minus H plus. Clear? H plus. So ionic form, this is plus 1 and this is minus 1. Minus 1. So ionic form you go for CH3COO minus. So this having the minus 1 unit charge, N factor is 1 for this. For this. Like this N factor we have to calculate. Clear? So oxidation and reduction, N factors are very important in this chapter. Clear? And one more. You learn already how to calculate oxidation number also. And another thing here, students getting problem during electrolysis. What happened at anode, what happened at cathode? Electrolysis means passing of electrical current and splitting the molecule. Splitting the molecule or compound. Splitting the molecule or compound. Here we have, in electrolysis we have anode and we have cathode. Then we have cathode. What happened at anode? What happened at cathode? It is the very confusion stage. That I will explain in detail. See here, oxidation, reduction, I explained in detail. If redox asked, if oxidation reduction takes place simultaneously, that is we are calling redox. Clear? What is redox? What is redox reaction? If oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously, that is we are calling redox. Now we will go for electrolysis. Look here, this is hydron, this is one electrolytic cell. Electrolyte I took some XYZ, and one is anode, one is cathode. Here red color I indicated with anode, black color with cathode. Generally cathode is negative. Remember, cathode is negative, anode is positive. When we pass electrical current via battery, electrons are moving from anode to cathode. Remember, electrons are moving from anode to cathode. Now, here in electrolysis, two types of reactions will be takes place. That is we are calling cell reactions. This is very important. Cell reactions. What are the cell reactions means? One is anodic reaction, another is cathodic reaction. Remember, at anode oxidation will be takes place, at cathode reduction will be takes place. So you remember anode oxidation AO, cathode reduction CR. Clear? Like that. So at anode oxidation, at cathode reduction will be takes place. What I explained, oxidation means modern definition, loss of electron. See here, loss of electron will be takes place. Here X is minus, X minus I took. It lost one electron, it converted into neutral atom. So loss of electrons is called oxidation. Here reduction. Reduction means what I told, gain of electron. Here M plus, some particular metal, taken one electron, it converted into neutral metal. So this is gain of electron is called reduction. So at anode oxidation, at cathode reduction will be takes place. Reduction will be takes place. So anode is positive, cathode is negative. So you remember the word panic, P-A-N-I-C, panic. This word you remember, you to avoid the confusion. What is panic means? P means positive, P means positive, A means anode. Clear? Means anode is positive, and N means negative, I means is, and C means cathode. So don't be panic, we are saying na. Don't be panic. Panic means P means positive, anode, positive is anode, NIC means negative is cathode. So don't be panic, that word you remember, you can avoid the confusion. So positive anode, negative is cathode. So at anode oxidation will takes place, at cathode reduction will be takes place. So AOCR, like that. If you remember, you can avoid the confusion. So here I explained today what is oxidation, what is reduction, and what is N factor, and in how to calculate an N factor for elementary atoms, and electrolysis, and in this anode and cathode, what is redox, oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously, and how electrolysis will takes place, and how electrons are moving anode to cathode. Cathode is negative, anode is positive. At cathode reduction will be takes place, at anode oxidation will be takes place. So this much, if you have the idea, then it is easy to move along with chemistry, that is electrochemistry. And few more things also you have to remember. Here I took electrolyte. Electrolyte means the liquid solution which we are taking to decompose. Clear? Which can pass electrical current through it and it will be ready to decompose. Clear? That is electrolyte. So the electrolytic solutions only we are taking in electrolysis. For example, water electrolysis. You learned already. So when water is subjected to electrolysis, what you are getting? Hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. You learned already in your schooling. Same method. For example, if you are taking here copper sulfate, then what you are getting? Copper sulfate will be electrolyzed and you are getting copper plus 2 ions and sulfate 2 minus ions. This plus 2, remember, copper plus 2 metal ions. Always in electrolysis, metals are attracted by cathode. Why? Because metal is plus na. Plus will be attracted by minus. So, in electrolysis method, always metal extraction will be takes place at cathode. You learn in metallurgy already. Electrolytic refining. So metals will be always extracted at cathode. So this is the basics and in electrochemistry. So what is the use of learning this electrochemistry means? See, we are using electrical batteries, rechargeable batteries and dry cells. So many things which we are using in daily life are related with electrochemistry only. So metals refinement, these all are. So 50% of inorganic chemistry depend on this electrochemistry only. 50% inorganic chemistry depend on electrochemistry only. That is physical chemistry. That is the important basics about electrochemistry. In next class, we'll move into the lesson. Please learn this. It will be helpful. If you like this, please subscribe to my channel, suggest to your friends, and they will be benefitable, and be safe at home. Thank you.